What's up, interwebs? It's your realtor, Jeremy. It's time for the Not Valley Market Update. I try to come up with clever names because I'm a clever branding kind of person. But when your clever brand doesn't make sense to anyone, is it really that clever? So I've called this the Valley Market Update. Beforehand, I called it the Monday Market Update. Then it was the Tuesday Market Update because I sucked at getting it up on Mondays. And then I changed to the Valley Market Update because I thought, that's cool. We're the Valley of the Sun, blah, blah. Nobody finds my videos. Even people that are trying to find my videos can't find my videos. So, doing away with that, I went in and did some search engine optimization and found out the most common search terms, which is Phoenix housing market. So this is just going to be the Phoenix housing market update. I'm going to still cover multiple cities. I'm going to answer your questions. That's what we're doing today, is answering some questions. But yeah, same great information, but hopefully easier for folks to find so they can get answers to their questions, like these questions today. First question, are interest rates going to crash the market? Interest rates, especially in the month of April, went up a lot. Like we're talking almost, I think, a full percent, just based off of the paperwork that I was seeing from my clients. And that's a dramatic change. That's a lot. We've already seen some of the effects of that. We actually saw a reduction in number of sales in April, even though inventory went up a little bit, and that is partially due to the rising interest rates. For a lot of folks, it priced them out of the market. I actually had a client. We've been searching for a house for them since February, and because of the rising house prices and the rising interest rates, they got priced out of the market. Interest rates are going to affect the market, but they're not going to cause a crash. Many of the people that are buying houses in the Phoenix area right now are using a lot of cash, are not paying all cash. There's a lot of people still financing, but most of the people have a decent amount of cash reserves on hand so they can make adjustments for those rising interest rates. They can buffer some of that change. So definitely going to see it cool down a little bit, but we're talking like from the surface of the sun hot to like lava in a volcano hot. Still hot, still crazy, but not quite as crazy. Now, last month, like I said, we did see a dip in buyers or sold listings, but we saw generally across the board, and I've looked at the data for almost all the cities I covered just to kind of do this video, prices continuing to increase. For the most part, still over asking offers, sometimes increasing in those over asking offers. So all of those metrics stayed pretty much the same. It was just the number of houses that sold. So here's what I think is going to happen going forward. We're not going to have quite as much competition on homes. I think that we're going to see the really, really crazy over askings, like 100,000 over asking on a $500,000 house. I know, I'm looking at me. I think we're going to see a little bit less of that. One of the other things we're going to find is that it's not quite as easy to sell a house as it was. Before, like the last year, you really just stuck a house up there. You could just stick a house up there and it would sell. And in a lot of cases, over asking. However, we're starting to see houses sit a little bit longer. A lot of sellers were trying to like time the market, and they're a little overzealous on their home value. It's super, super important to price a house right, because even in this still very, very strong seller's market, if you don't price a house right, it runs the potential of sitting. Having the right realtor work with you, and as a seller, if you're looking to sell, take the advice of your realtor, because they've looked at the data. They kind of are objectively looking at what your house should be worth, should be valued in this market, and it should be priced accordingly. Otherwise, runs the risk of sitting. Now, the way it's marketed, the way that it's presented, and then the way that offers are negotiated is definitely where you have the opportunity to potentially make more than the asking price. But really, there's no guarantee of that, especially now with things cooling off a little bit. Obviously, beautiful, fully updated homes should move quickly. As a seller, you want to make sure that you're being set up for success in this market with a little less competition. One of the things I do with my sellers is we do a coming soon so that we can get a little more activity, a little more attention on the property before it actually goes live. We're going to do really great photos. We're going to do really great videos, a video walkthrough of the house. We're going to promote the snot out of this thing because the more exposure we get, the better chance we have of having multiple offers and getting over asking offers. Again, not a guarantee. With some cooling off the market, we may run into situations where a house doesn't get 10, 15, 20 offers. We're heading a little bit that direction. So the moral of the story is listen to your realtor or hire me, because I'll make sure you listen. And make sure we price the house right, present it the right way so that we can take full advantage of the people that are in this market that are looking to buy. Do I foresee a big crash coming? No, I don't, because interest rates, though they are affecting the market, they're not going to cause it to crash, because a crash involves people foreclosing on their homes, tons of inventory, not enough buyers, and none of those are the case in Arizona. Everybody's got equity on their house. Even if they bought it like 3 months ago, they've got some equity on their house. We have so little inventory, it's not even funny. We need multiple months of slowdown from buyers and increase of new listings for our inventory to even get to the point of being a balanced market. We are still sitting at less than a month of inventory. And you also need buyers to stop buying. That's what you need for a crash. 200 people a day on average move to the Phoenix metro area, and there are businesses that are continuing to move to the valley. There are multiple businesses over the next couple of years that are going to generate a lot of employment, meaning people are moving here for work. That's why I don't expect to see any kind of downturn in house values. It's expected that over the next 12 months, houses are going to continue to appreciate somewhere between 7 and 10%. I've seen a lot of data flying around on that, interviews from Fannie Mae, CoreLogic, all these different kind of entities, NAR. Generally, the consensus is somewhere between 7 and 10% appreciation. I know a lot of you that are saying housing crash is coming, you're saying it out of either fear or hope. There are a lot of folks that feel like the house values in Phoenix are unsustainable. And I agree that they are very high and have priced a lot of, especially first-time home buyers, out of the market. And that definitely breaks my heart. For my clients, as well as other folks, have the dream of home ownership. But the fact of the matter is, the jobs that we have available in the Phoenix metro area can and do sustain these kind of house prices. There's just no indication we're headed for a downturn anytime soon.